welcome back to day 2. So I am going to continue setup and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to, refill the air a little bit in the animals because they look a little bit deflated, I think. I had to change placement of them because they weren't standing up perfectly. And I'm going to start filling up the balloons with the electric balloon electric balloon pump, just like I showed you yesterday, and get this rainbow started and finished today. And then we're going to configure the gift section just to make it a little bit more, I guess, aesthetic. For the most part, I kind of had it set up, but I just wanted to arrange everything perfectly and make sure it's all in the right spot so that when I am doing the gifts for the baby shower tomorrow, everything's just perfectly spread out the way that it needs to be. So let's get back to work. One of the pieces that I wanted to show you that came with the balloons, sorry, the lighting's a little crazy, are these. They're like little plastic pieces, and you can put balloons in each section. I think you can put 5 balloons on this, and then they just go right on the arch. But I'm gonna put, based off the number that I got in the package, 4, so 1 for the big one, 4 on the next layer, and then 2 of 3 because you get 10. And then the small ones I'm going to use to just fill in wherever needs to be filled in. Yeah, let's get back to it. Here you see me blowing up all of the balloons with my electric balloon pump, which is a total lifesaver. And I went from largest to smallest, put those on the balloon clips, added them to the arch, as you see here, and followed along for every color until the arch was completed. So I'll show you maybe blue, which is next, and then we will skip ahead to the end. One thing I wanted to show you all, my belly's pretty big. I'm at 30 weeks with the twin boys, and one thing that I'm using to help with my back pain, which I'm just now starting to get, thankfully, it's just this late in the game, is a belly band. This one was gifted to me. I will tag or put it below the one that I'm wearing. It has a little strap that you can put across the top that really doesn't do anything. But this helps to lift your stomach up, to take the pressure off your back. I also took the little, it had like a little board type thing that you put back here. I took it out because it's just uncomfortable for me, maybe because I'm short, I don't know. But this one works really, really well. So if your doctor is recommending a belly band, or you just need it because of back pain, I'm like 5'1", and this is the most that I've ever weighed before, but it's like all my weight is pretty much here. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it's very, very helpful. But let me get back to blowing these balloons. Here I just adjusted the balloon arch because initially I was going to not completely fill it up, but as I continued to blow up the balloons, I realized I had more than I initially thought that I had, which was a good thing. But I wanted to have a certain look, and I also wanted to make sure everything fit in the frame from when we were sitting in front of the ark during this portion of the baby shower. And here's the final product. I would say that it turned out pretty well. Next, you'll see me here getting a couple of our dinner trays or TV trays, using a couple blankets that went along with the aesthetic and just the colors, and covering them because they needed to be covered, but we also needed something that we could use during the duration of the event. Another thing that I noticed is that these balloon animals are really great quality, but they do require a little bit more air, and I eventually had to have my dad help me make them a little tighter because they were falling over. So that's what you see me here, just trying to figure out where I was going to place the elephants and if they needed more air. little balloons. They're harder to blow up because of how big and round, you know, this inflating hole is. It's the same as this one. But here's what I'm doing, because I'm not about to blow all these up manually. Take it. There you go. Time for me to go eat lunch. I made some fries and a burger. I'm gonna go eat, watch a little Netflix, and then get back to blowing up the rest of these balloons. I'll be back momentarily. Of course, he wants to be by the food. All right, Chief, you gotta get down. All right, so time to eat lunch. Here's what I got. I got a burger, fries, cheese, lettuce, mayo. Eat, watch a little Netflix, and I'll be back to work. I forgot the best part. Citrus fizz for a little energy because I'm doing a lot today. And I will be wiped out if I don't get a little bit of this caffeine in me, but this is good plant-based caffeine, so it's not like drinking a pop. You've never had fizz before, please let me know. It's so good. That's what it looks like. Made from green tea, guarana, and ginseng. So you get a nice caffeine boost, but less than half the amount of caffeine that you find in a cup of coffee, and without crash, and no added sugar. Best of all worlds. All right. Slowly falling. I have to figure out how to get that to stay better. Oh my gosh. And this little one's scared. Okay, Chiefy. It's okay. I didn't just stop and eat, but I think this is what I'm gonna do. Leave the giraffes at the top, zebras at the bottom here. Elephants coming out of the ark, just because everybody's gonna be able to stand up and cooperate. So that's what we're gonna go with. Now, let me finish my delicious burger and get back to blowing balloons. So I'm going to just continue blowing up all of the balloons as I showed you before, watching my Netflix as I do so, because it's gonna take me probably about 20 minutes or so to get it done. Hey, Chief. And then I'm gonna start placing them on Carlin. And I will video that, and then we're gonna do a little organization of gifts. And I need to get a friend's gift together because it's her birthday, and we're gonna eat like ice cream and cake and stuff together today at her place. It's snowy here and icy, so most things are shut down, but they live like right behind my parents pretty much, so I'm gonna head over. She's gonna pick me up, and I'm going to help her get everything ready for tonight with just a few friends. finished now. So I think this is about 50 balloons of the mini versions that will need to go in as fillers. I'm gonna start, I wanted to start with the red, but I think I'm actually gonna start with the purple just because it's easier for me to get to. And we're gonna probably have to move the arc out, and I'm gonna need a step ladder or something. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. You might ask, what is that in the background? Is that Chief? Yes, it is Chief. He wants attention, per usual. So he's downstairs barking at my husband while he's in his class all day. That's what he does. He has to have so much attention. It's like one of my concerns when the boys get here. Is how is he gonna adapt, because he's the baby. He's so funny, but yeah, he's down there barking. So as you saw, I walked over to the arc. I got a little roll. These are the glue dots that I have linked below, and they are what I use to attach all of the smaller balloons to the big garland. As you'll see, I tried to place them sparingly, you know, where there's gaps to make it look fuller, just because it looks better that way. But you'll see what I did as the process. And of course, I was watching some Netflix in the background, so you might see me looking over at the TV. And that's what I'm staring at, of course. Carrying twins is no joke, especially for my little frame. So I definitely had to go get a chair and take a seat while I worked on these balloons. And of course, stay seated as long as I could, because y'all, the pregnancy belt does help, but standing for long periods of time is no bueno. So here I am, just continuing to fill everything in. Of course, once I got in past the blue, it got a little bit more difficult, so I had to call in for some assistance with my parents. Of course, getting my sips of fizz in while I can, and having to use a chair to be able to get up high enough to reach the spaces that I wanted to fill in. I'm probably going to skip a couple and show you how we end as well. Okay, so now that we have this done, I'm gonna try to organize the gift area a little bit better. Okay, so I think I've got it all set behind me. I'm gonna show you everything. Final thing for me to do is to set up the lighting. I have one box light behind me, or behind the camera, and then I think I have 3 or 4 in this bag, which is actually photography lighting, studio lighting. So I'm gonna go ahead and set them all up in place and look at everything to make sure it's bright enough. Maybe I will need all of them, maybe I won't need all of them. So yeah, we'll work on this, and then everything will be set for tomorrow. Tuning in for the setup of our virtual baby shower. I'm gonna have it videoed, so you'll be able to see some clips, some of the games, everything that we played, and I'll insert more information on everything that we did. About to eat again. It's been several hours, and just relax before I go hang out with a friend for her birthday. But thank you all so much for tuning in. Of course, please subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know if you have any questions. You know, friends don't let friends miss out on good information, so please share this video with your friends. Maybe they're pregnant, maybe they're trying to come up with some ideas, or maybe they're even going to be a twin parent like we are, and they want an idea for a theme. Of course, Noah's Ark is obviously our theme. But yeah, thank you so much, and until next time, I'll see you next time. Bye.